Salamlar.
Dostlar salamlar. Bugün çox özəl bir qonağımız var.
Bəli.
Cənab Miralles məhz Bakıya bu kitabın təqdimatına
Teaspres və Libraf tərəfindən gəlib və bu əlimdə gördüyünüz kitabı imzalayacaq.
İkigai kitabını. Öncəliklə xoş gəlmisiniz cənab Miralles.
Thank you for having me here. It's a honor and a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bu kitab mənim həyatımı, daha sonra mənim həyat yoldaşımın həyatını dəyişib. Təxmini 5 il bundan öncə mən Türkiyədə olanda kitab mağazasını gəzirdim və kitabı görürəm, alıram və mənim üçün sadəcə 3 gün kifayət edir ki, mən bu kitabı bitirim. Bitirəndən sonra həyat yoldaşıma verirəm. O zaman həyat yoldaşım sağlamlığı ilə bağlı bir problem yaşayırdı və o oxuyur və o da həyatını dəyişir və sağlam bir həyata çevirir. Yəni artıq siz məni bir 5 il bundan qabaq görsəydiniz, bəlkə də tanımayacaqdınız xarici görkəmcə və həyatımı dəyişən kitab deyə bilərik və davamlı olaraq bu kitabla biz özümüzü mövqələndiririk. Siz niyə İkigai'yə başladınız?
Yes, first of all, I am very happy to know that the book was so transformative for you. Actually, one of the first countries where Ikigai was a big success was Turkey. And I was very surprised going to a marketing congress where thousands of people knew the book. So why did we write Ikigai? Because of two things. First, this is the story of a friendship between a Spanish person in Barcelona and a Spanish engineer living in Japan since 20 years. Actually, he's more Japanese than Spanish. The way he moves, he looks, is like a pure Japanese. We had a common friend who introduced each other, and then we developed a small friendship in the beginning, and we wanted to do something together. And then the Guinness Book of Records announced that there was a tiny village north of Okinawa called Ogimi that was #1 in the world of longevity. So the place in the world with more centenarians every 1,000 inhabitants. And with Hector we said, let's go there to ask them how do they live, what do they do, what is their lifestyle, what is their philosophy. And during this project then appeared the word Ikigai. That one of the reasons of the long life of these people in Okinawa was that all of them had an Ikigai, that means a reason to live, a purpose in life. And so this is the beginning of the project. We thought it would be a book for a very small audience, for the people, for the Japan freaks. And the surprise for us was that Oprah Winfrey put it as Book of the Week, and that in 70 countries it became extremely popular. But we couldn't imagine. We moved to Okinawa to do this investigation out of personal interest, curiosity.
Biz tarixə və insanların sosial inkişafına baxanda orada adətən bir ümumi məqsəd görmürük. İnsanlar günlük məqsədlərlə yaşayıblar. İndi isə bu qədər məlumat axınının qarşısında insanlar özlərinə bir məqsəd tapıb onu bütün həyatlarını həsr etmək istəyirlər. Və adətən bu məqsədlərin bir varlıq problemi olur, içinin boşluğu problemi olur. Bu İkigai fəlsəfəsinin içinə bu qədər nüfuz etmiş bir adam olaraq gənclərin ya da elə bizim özümüzün həm fərdi, həm də bir ümumi böyük bir məqsədi belirlənməsi üçün nələri şərh etməyimiz ya da nələri tam olaraq aydınlaşdırmağımız lazımdır özümüz üçün?
I think the reason why purpose is so important for people, especially for young people, is that we live in a chaotic and unpredictable world. So we are like sailors into a storm. If you are into a storm and you don't know where to go, you will sink in the end. So I think it's more important than ever that everyone knows what is his role in life, what is her role. because of that, I think that there are so many young people reading Ikigai, exploring their talents, thinking what to do with their lives, creating startups. And my piece of advice for them would be, don't be scared of following your passions. I imagine that before starting your podcast, many people told you, oh, you are not going to do nothing with that. You need a serious job. You need to do this. There are things that are for earning money and the others are hobbies. But what would have happened if Picasso, when he was a child, he was lucky that the father was a teacher of painting and he understood his son's Ikigai. But imagine that the father would have been an accountant, a normal worker, and he had said, "Father, I want to do a living from my painting, from my art." And the father had said, "No, you cannot do that. You need a serious job. You need to work in an office. You need to do that." Maybe he would have been extremely unhappy, and in the end, he earned 1,000 times more money than a normal worker. So what I would say to the people who is listening to this podcast, don't be scared to show your talent. If you think you have something good to the world, don't be selfish, give it. And life will say if it can be money, if it can be only part of your life, but if you don't try it, you are never going to know it.
Thank you.
Deməli, bu kitabın mənim həyatıma təsiri haqqında danışanda deyim ki, İkigai burada mənə tatu kimi də yazılır və mən həmçinin İkigainin izi ilə biz ötən il elə Yaponiyada, Okinawada məhz Ogimi kəndində olmuşuq. Kəndin və adanın özünün bir huzuru, bir sakitliyi var idi. Amma çox da uzaqda olmayan bir tarix deyir ki, Okinawa uğrunda 2-ci Dünya müharibəsindəki savaşda 200.000 insanın həlak olduğu bir yerdir. Siz özünüz orada olanda o həqiqəti necə tapdınız ki, burada 2-ci Dünya müharibəsində 200.000 adamın öldüyü bir yerdə yenidən bir huzuru tapmaqda özlərində necə güc tapa biliblər? Onlar ümumiyyətlə necə bacara biliblər ki, o dəhşətli müharibədən sonra, o qırğınlardan və qandan sonra onlar yenə də o ortamda huzuru tapa biliblər.
This is a very important question because when we started studying Okinawa before our field work of going there and making all the interviews, we were reading a lot about history, about society there, and Okinawa was the less probable place to be a happy and long life island because in the Second World War, of course, it was the place in Japan with more suffering. It's the poorest province of Japan. It's the place with more unemployment, with the lowest salaries, with less infrastructures. And then you ask yourself, how it's possible that these people have a long and happy life? And when we were there for the second time, the first time was writing the book, and we came back with National Geographic for a documentary, The Fixer, that it was an American man looking for the permits of everything we needed to shoot there. He said, it's very important in your book that you put that in Okinawa, there is a philosophy of forgiveness. If you don't forgive the past, you cannot be happy in the present and in the future. And what happened in Okinawa was something very nice, that during the Second World War, there was extreme cruelty between American soldiers and the Japanese soldiers and the civil population. But after that, American surfers came there. They loved the island. They were good received by the population. Many of them stayed there, married to local people, learned Japanese, and they are treated equal. And one of the secrets of the long and happy life in Okinawa is in a Okinawan proverb that says, once we are all of us around the same table, we are all brothers and sisters.
Bayaq bir cümlədə sadəlikdən danışdınız, bəlli şeylərin sadə olmağından biz fəlsəfə ya da şəxsi inkişafla bağlı oxuduğumuz zaman orada çox qəliz ideoloji məqamlar, qəliz fəlsəfi anlayışlar olur. Amma bir çox insanın birbaşa daha sürətli həyatına nüfuz edənsə çox daha sadə dillə və sadə anlayışlardır. İnsanın həyatında artıq sadəliyin hansı bir əhəmiyyəti önə çıxır. Fəlsəfə və həyatı güclü dəyişən şeylər elə sadə olmalıdır.
That's a very interesting question because now we are life purpose is fashionable, but also minimalism. And there are these two guys with a documentary in Netflix, Nicodemus. They have strange names that they have written 2-3 books and they have shot a documentary about less is more. And why is important minimalism for a happy life? Because a happy life depends on having time. If you have a lot of things, you need to work more, you need more time to have them in order, you need more mental energy to control all this, and your life will be full of complexity. So if you want to enjoy life and have free time, it's better that you have 2 good friends than 20. Why? Because you need time for yourself. So we can apply this to everything in life. If you have in your wardrobe 10 shirts, but you only wear 2 because they are your favorite ones, why to have all the others? Why don't you give it to some NGO? So when we reduce the needs and when we reduce what we have, then we get more energy, more time and more mental clarity.
Mən Yaponiyada olanda bir neçə şəhərdə olmuşam. Bu olan şəhərlərin bir-birindən əsas fərqi odur ki, misal üçün Tokyoda bu kapitalizmi çox dərindən hiss edirsən. İnsanlar çox sürətlə hərəkət edir, qaçırlar, stressdədirlər və onların əsas yeganə stres ata biləcəyi yer həftənin bazar günləri ya klublar, ya barlar, ya da oyun industriyasıdır. Kyotoda bir ruh var, sanki bir duanın və ya xüsusi dua edilən məbədlərin bolluğu o şəhərə bir sakitlik verir. Osaka şəhərində isə daha çox immigrantların olduğu qarma-qarışıq bir şəhər təəssüratı yaradır. Okinawada isə və ya Ogimi kəndində isə bir huzur var. Necə olur bilir ki, bir coğrafiyada bu fəlsəfəni bilən və bölüşən bir xalq bir şəhərdə çox stresli və kapitalizmin bir qurbanı kimidir. Digər yerlərdə isə artıq balıq tutmaqla, idman hərəkətləri etməklə və ya sadəcə ailəsi ilə vaxt keçirtməklə xoşbəxt ola bilir. Niyə Okinawa'dakı xoşbəxtlik Tokyoda yoxdur?
Yes, when we think of Japan, we must think of 2 countries in one. There are people who think that Japan is only what we see in Lost in Translation. This is one part. Of course, this is the life in the cities, where people work 10, 12 hours a day. You go out with the people of your company. You don't have time to rest. And a lot of strange things happen. There was a survey of a rent-a-car company because they didn't understand why there were so many people at noon renting cars for half an hour. And they asked themselves, where are they going in this half an hour? They didn't go anywhere. They slept inside. That was interesting. That they were renting a car to take a little nap. So imagine how tiring this kind of life is. And then we have the rural Japan. Not only in Okinawa, but if we go to Nagano, to Hokkaido, we will find small villages where life is slow, as it could be here in Azerbaijan, in a village. So both things are Japan. Maybe this rural Japan we see more in the Ghibli movies, in the traditional novels, and there is also this hectic and very productive city lifestyle. But both are in the same country, but actually I think that when we think of Japanese philosophy, we are more focused in the traditional places like Okinawa. And of course, Okinawa is an island, and islands have advantages and disadvantages. They are isolated, And because of that, they can have another rhythm, and it makes them to live longer and better.
Hər bir kitabın öz oxunma qaydası var. Məsələn, elə adamlar var ki, məsələn, Nietzsche deyir ki, mənim kitabımı qaranlıqda oxuyun. İkigai kitabını necə oxumaq lazımdır?
I think it's the first time I have this question. Thank you very much. I think you should read Ikigai when you have time or when you have traveling. It's a good book to read on a train, on a plane, when you are in a hotel in another place. Because when you are in your daily places, you are thinking of obligations. I should do this, I should do that, and everything is urgent and you are always in a hurry. So I think a good moment to read Ikigai is on Sunday, or having a bus trip or a train trip to some place, and then you free your mind and get into these questions.
Deməli, Avropa fəlsəfəsi və Şərq fəlsəfəsi, məsələn, mənim çox sevdiyim Avropada son dövrlər, hətta belə həyatıma tətbiq etmək istədiyim fəlsəfələrdən biri stoitsizm fəlsəfəsidir, stoiklərdir. Siz stoiklərin düşüncə tərzi ilə İkigaini həyatında tətbiq edənlərin düşüncə tərzində eynilik görürsünüzmü? Və bu qədər eynilik varsa da, o zaman bu coğrafi arada olan məsafə, uzaqlığa baxmayaraq insanlar həyatın mənasını və xoşbəxtliyini bir-birlərindən ayrı və kontaktda olmadan ayrı-ayrılıqda sizcə necə tapa biliblər?
Yes, of course. Actually, Western philosophy and Eastern philosophy are more alike as we think. Actually, there is a concept called the axial era, that is that the same ideas came out in Greece with the pre-Socratics and all these philosophers, and in China, India, and other places. So that was the awakening of consciousness. So actually, I would say Stoicism is interesting that it's become a big fashion now in the United States. I think I was reading that every day are published at least 3 books about that. And it's a very oriental point of view, actually, because what is the main idea of Stoicism? That you must do only what depends on yourself. If you are trying to change your mother, you are in the wrong way, you are going to suffer, and you are going to make her suffer. So what depends on yourself? Changing what is not working with you. Internal things, habits, etc. And this is the basic of Stoicism, and it's not so different from what we can read from Confucius, from Buddha, or from the general Oriental way of life, that is balance, the middle path. Actually, Buddha talked about the middle path. Middle path is Stoicism.
İspan mədəniyyətinin içində böyüyəndə İspanlar Yaponlardan mahiyyətcə çox fərqlənir. Mən belə gördüyüm daha şən, daha enerjik və həyat, yaşama məsələləri daha fərqlidir. Bəs İspanlarla İkigailəri nə birləşdirir?
I think the Japanese are very fascinated by Spanish culture. Actually, some of the best flamenco players of the world are in Japan.
Really?
Not in Spain. They learn it. They learn it very thoroughly. They are very interested in that. But socially, we couldn't be more different, because Spanish culture, the basics is joining around the table, sharing things together, having fun. And for Japanese mentality, at least in the cities, is working and working and working, and maybe one day you are together with the family. What are the common points maybe between Japanese culture and Spanish culture? In the case of Catalonia, Gaudí.
Yeah.
Gaudí, the Japanese love very much the philosophy of Gaudí and his buildings because of a Japanese concept that is called wabi-sabi. Wabi-sabi means the beauty of imperfection. And Gaudí said before building the Sagrada Familia that the straight line belongs to man, but the curve belongs to God. Because in nature, there is nothing that is square, that is perfect, that is exactly like another thing. And because of that, Gaudí knew that, and he was trying to imitate nature. And Japanese arts, through the wabi-sabi concept, imitate nature, and they love imperfection. Because of that, the kintsugi, that you can have a broken glass, a broken pot, and with this gold paste, you put it together again. For them, is much more precious this than something that is perfect. And this is an idea that also Gaudí had.
Son dövrlərin çox məşhur bir serialı var, Shogun serialı. 10 seriyadan ibarət 17-ci əsr Yaponiyası haqqında bir təəssürat yaradır. Bir Avropalı Yapon mədəniyyətinə içərisinə girir, həm də ondan kənarda qalır. Orada bir sərt iyerarxiyanın bir şahidi oluruq. Vassallar Shogun'a tabedirlər və hətta ona görə canlarından da keçə bilirlər. Bir xalq bu qədər sərt tabeçilik içərisində öz ikigaisini necə yarada bilir? Əgər sən özünü harakiri edirsənsə və ya əzavın, bədəninin bir hissəsini məhz Shogun'a görə vaz keçirsənsə, bu ikigaidirmi? Yoxsa məhz bu cür tabeçiliyin özündə bir xoşbəxtlik və özünü tapma var. Siz özünüzdə necə görürsünüz? Bilməm, siz Shogun serialına baxmısınız yoxsa yox. O sərt və bu bütün müharibə dövrlərində onların bir sərt idarə etmə forması var. O sərt tabeçiliyin içərisində ikigai necə görünür?
But this is something from the past. Actually, if you watch the new movie of Inventors that is shot in Tokyo, Perfect Days, in this movie you see that young people are no more that way. They want to be free, they want to be more similar than other countries. The thing of harakiri made me think of Mishima, the great writer that ended like that, is something from the Middle Ages. And I don't think that anyone in Japan nowadays want to do harakiri or something like that. But of course, there are subtle ways to do yourself the harakiri, like dying in your office. But I noticed that young people, because we are in a multi-cultural world, they want to be more similar than anyone in Azerbaijan, in Barcelona, in other place. And this joie de vivre, that the French say, the pleasure of living, it's penetrating the young generations also.
Deməli, mənim son olaraq bir sualım olacaq. Siz öz ikigainizi necə tapdınız? Siz o axtardınızmı, yoxsa o mu sizi tapdı? Və onu həyatınıza nə qədər uğurla tətbiq edə bilirsiniz?
Until I was 27, I didn't know what was my ikigai. The only thing similar to an ikigai that I could have was traveling, because I didn't know where my life was going to, but when I was on a train, I knew that I was going physically to a place. So it was my first ikigai. But actually, it was not until I became 27 that I had a first ikigai that was teaching German. I found a pleasure and a mission in making it easy for people who thought that they would never talk German in their lives. I was teaching to many workers of the SEAT factory, and these people didn't have a formation in languages. So for me, it was an ikigai to make it easy for them and to make it fun. After that, I lost this ikigai in 3-4 years, and I was crossing a desert. And then I had a new ikigai working in the publishing industry, first as a translator, after that as a publisher, and then as a writer. And it was my big ikigai. I thought that my entire life had to be with the books. But nowadays, even when I have a lot of books, I would say that writing is the less that what I do. So my present ikigai is visiting schools, universities, going to a beautiful place like Baku to help other people to find their Ikigai.
Thank you.
Təşəkkür edirik
Thank
gəldiyinizə
you very
görə
much.
və
Çox sağ
bizim həyatımıza təsir edən belə bir kitabın bəlkə də bizdən xəbərsiz bir müəllifi olduğunuza görə minnətdarıq və bizim də söhbətimizin içərisində də siz davamlı olaraq bir minnətdarlıq bildirirdiniz. Elə mənə görə də elə daimi minnətdar olmaq özü bir İkigainin bir mərhələsinə çatmaqdır. Çünki həyatın bizə verdiyi bütün hədiyyələrə məncə minnətdar olmaq lazımdır. Təşəkkür edirəm gəldiyinizə görə.
Thank you very much. It was a great pleasure to have this conversation.
Thank you for coming. Görüşərik.
Qismət olsa.